Hi, this is Togo. This is for uprightness, about relationship between the front and the back of the body. Addresses posterior movement of the individual vertebrae. This lesson is from David the Mark Person, Roots of Uprightness. Please prepare to have some paddings. Padding can be a couple of pillows, rolled up a towel, a blanket, or a comforter, which is wide enough and cover the full width of your chest. The idea is to support thoracic kyphosis, and your forehead is touching the floor comfortably. You can also use some paddings under your ankles. Please stand on your feet. How are you standing? How close is the top of your head to the ceiling? How do you feel about your neck or the height of the chin? Where do you feel your weight on your feet? More forward or backward? Please lie on your back. Observe the contact of your spine, your shoulders, and your lower back with the floor. Also observe the movement of your lower abdomen as you inhale and exhale. Please lie on your stomach for a moment without using any paddings. Place your arm near your head comfortably, bent at your elbows. Which side of the ear is facing the floor? Where is the pressure on the side of your face? Ear, temple, cheek, or jaw? Now slowly turn your head to the other side and observe your comfort in this direction. Maybe you can feel why it was more comfortable the other way, why you turn your head to begin with the other way. Now you have some idea how you sense and feel yourself before you begin the lesson. Please arrange yourself. Place your padding under your chest. Higher up or lower down has to do with your comfort. Your shoulders and arms are in front of the padding, and your forehead is touching the floor comfortably, and your legs are about shoulder width apart. And now you can feel a rounding in your back because of your forehead on the floor and the padding in front of your chest. Now slowly bring your attention to your spine, somewhere in the middle of your back where you go spontaneously. Now think of moving that point on your spine, spinous process, backward. Just wherever it is that you can feel and identify easily, and then you have a sensation moving one vertebra, spinous process, backward. And then you move down to the next vertebra. Then you move that vertebra backward, posteriorly a couple of times. And observe if you can feel that each time you move one vertebra backward a little bit. It's a very, very subtle movement. Your abdomen is spontaneously contracting. Just slowly, it is as if your best friend put one finger on one vertebra, and that gives you enough feedback that you need to move that vertebra a little closer toward the finger. And then go down to the next vertebra. Feel how each time you do that, your abdomen contracts. Continue until you get all the way down to what you imagine is your fifth lumbar. And feel how the pressure of your forehead on the floor changes as you do that. Now maybe you can go a little higher, so some vertebra that you feel above the place where you started. You feel each time you move one vertebra back, your neck gets a little more round in a very small way. The movement itself is very tiny and very subtle, but you can feel clearly that your attention is with one point and one vertebra, and moving that vertebra backward, and you can feel the consequence of that in the change in pressure of your forehead and in your abdomen. There is an immediate movement in your abdomen, not just a muscular movement, but the movement a tiny bit away from the floor. See if you can feel that each time you move the vertebra backward, the front of your abdomen comes away from the floor. Now, instead of thinking of the initiation of the movement coming from the middle of the vertebra, think of it coming from the right side of that vertebra. Because almost all of us, there is twisting and turning in our spine. It may be to the right or to the left. We all have asymmetry in the organization of our spine. Moving the right side of the vertebral body may feel more familiar and easier for you to move than moving the middle of the vertebra. See if you can feel that the pressure now is changing in such a way that your left knee is going a little bit towards the floor. Don't do anything intentionally. Can you feel that the subtle little difference between thinking of the middle of your spine and thinking of the right side of that spine? There is a very slight turning. Work your way down once or twice at each level, and you rest between each movement. You exhale as you move that one vertebra backward, and you feel where you can reduce the effort. And notice that the contraction of your abdomen is a little different. And feel the weight of your pelvis on the floor. It moves a little bit towards your left hip. Now, if you think of doing the same thing, but from the left side of that one vertebra that you are paying attention to, you may find this is easier when you think of the left than the right, or less easy. You find when you think of just the left side of the vertebra going backward, now you feel as though some kind of shifting of weight towards your right knee. Just slowly. Now please rest for just a moment. Still your forehead is on the floor. And stand your right foot. Stand the toes of your right foot. And use the standing of your right foot to help you to roll your pelvis to the left. Just very slowly. You use your right foot, pushing your right foot against the floor to roll your pelvis to the left. Just slowly and feel the changes in your chest. Now straighten your right foot, bend your left foot, stand the toes of your left foot, and now roll your pelvis to the right. And again feel how your abdomen comes away from the floor. As you exhale, feeling where you can reduce the effort. Now slowly go back to finding the place on your spine that you can feel and identify easily, somewhere in the middle of your back, and take that vertebra backward and lift your stomach a little bit away from the floor. You round your back as you think of that one vertebra that you lift your abdomen. Of course, your pelvis lifts as well, but you think of lifting your stomach and your pelvis going backward. As you exhale, move your attention downward and lift your abdomen. As you round your spine, you lift your abdomen just a tiny bit away from the floor. and feel how that accentuates the rounding in your back. Stop for a moment and rest on your back. Are there any part of yourself lying differently on the floor? Your spine, your shoulders, your lower back, and just observe the movement of your lower abdomen as you inhale and exhale. Please lie facing the floor with your pillows or rolled up blanket in front of your chest. Your forehead on the floor and your arms bent at your elbows. Now please stand your right foot again. Lift your right knee away from the floor. Push your foot and roll your pelvis just a few times. Your right side of your abdomen comes away from the floor. One side of your abdomen contracts more than the other. Just slowly. You are not trying to accomplish something. The movement can be as sloppy as, inelegant as, slow as you wish. Just feel where you can reduce the effort. Feel how the pressure of your forehead on the floor changes from the middle of your forehead to the left side of your forehead. Just easily. It's not that you're turning your head, but it's that your head is being turned. Switch your feet. Stand your left foot. Roll your pelvis this time to the right slowly. It's different. One side is easier, more accessible than the other. But if you go slowly and you reduce the effort, it will become easier. And now feel how the weight of your forehead on the floor moves from the middle and to the right. Left knee is away from the floor. Roll your pelvis to the right. Feel the weight shift on your forehead. Just rest for one moment. Now please stay on both feet and lift both knees. And a few times, slowly take your pelvis towards the ceiling by lifting your stomach away from the floor. You lift your stomach away from the floor and let it go back. And you rest for a moment and then you lift your stomach. Of course, you feel your abdomen contract quite strongly. And then slowly let it return. And just allow your back to round and feel how your spine is actually pulled. You feel that the pressure on your forehead on the floor changes in very particular way because your spine is being pulled down. So your knees are off the floor, your abdomen lifts away from the floor, and now you drop your abdomen, but let it bounce on the floor. So you lift your abdomen up and you let it fall back to the floor, bounce. Slowly, you may be bouncing the left side of your abdomen and not the right side. See if you can push equally with both feet. Go ahead and deliberately lift your stomach, but put more pressure of your right foot against the floor. And you feel that you are not just lifting, but you are tilting. Now press your left foot more and feel that now one side of your pelvis lifts more than the other. Now see if you can make both feet push equally. Now bounce again. Kind of pop, 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 pop quickly. Just rest for a moment. Just stand your right foot and see if there's something easier now about pushing your right foot against the floor and rolling your pelvis to the left. The right side of your abdomen lifts very clearly away from the floor. And switch, and now stand your left foot only and roll your pelvis to the right. Of course, your left knee lifts. And now stand both feet and alternate rolling to the left and rolling to the right. Rolling to the left, feeling the change in your spine slowly and changing your chest, but your forehead is still on the floor. Now please take your paddings away. And bring both arms up and see if you lie in the way that you were before you started. And just observe the pressure of your cheek on the floor. Are you turning your head in the same direction as when you started? And turn your head. And just observe something different about your contact of the right or the left side of your face on the floor. And please lie on your back. Observe the contact of your spine, your shoulders, and your lower back with the floor. Also observe the movement of your lower abdomen as you inhale and exhale. And slowly bend your knees. And slowly take your time, roll to your side, and come to sitting, and come to standing. Just observe where the back of your head comes to. And are there any change in the part of your back that was round? Is your top of your head closer to the ceiling? Can you sense that something feels different about your neck or the height of your chin? How about your weight? More forward or backward? Thank you very much. Have a day that is light.